Alright, let's go. And my nose still hurts. Let's see what we got.
Another judicial victory for the Trump administration. The U.S. Supreme Court allowed the firing of tens of thousands of probationary federal employees to move forward.
Okay, why is it so low? The fuck?
Another judicial victory for the Trump administration. The U.S. Supreme Court allowed the firing of tens of thousands of probationary federal employees to move forward. This temporary ruling means that employees in 6 federal agencies will remain on paid administrative leave.
The decision came down as lawmakers held a hearing to determine how much workspace the federal government actually needs, especially in the wake of layoffs. Fox correspondent Mark Meredith has the story from Washington.
Federal workers fired by the Trump administration and Elon Musk's Doge effort rallied outside the Office of Personnel Management, demanding their jobs back.
The fight we're in today is about stopping an attempt at an autocratic power grab.
But the Supreme Court once again sided with the White House, allowing it to move forward with the dismissal of tens of thousands of federal employees who were on probationary status. A federal judge had recently blocked their terminations, but the High Court's ruling unblocked
Just a whole bunch of old people.
Executive authority continues.
This administration is taking historic action on reducing the size of the government and with it a significant reduction in the useless office space that is claimed to be essential for the government to operate.
The ruling comes amid a bitter debate among House lawmakers about how much space the federal workforce actually needs amid these mass layoffs. Republicans allege billions of dollars in taxpayer money is wasted on unused and underutilized buildings.
The federal government has held on to too much space and has been too slow in resetting underused properties. Federal buildings are often in poor condition and not well configured for the modern workplace.
Democrats say closing offices only shortchanges the American people.
I think it's very clear that this is not about the federal taxpayers and the American people. This is about disposing of federal property and a fire sale to make the wealthy more wealthy.
Stop selling the federal property. Stop selling the government.
The extravagance is outrageous. In Washington,
I'm sorry. If you're, why do you have so much space?
Tonight,
if
the
you're not
Trump
even
administration is touting.
Like, really? You literally, like, have half the people not going to fucking work. Like, why the fuck are you using, like, the building the way it is? Sorry. Downsizing. Get the fuck out.
On Wall Street. On Wall Street, some early gains led to hopes the tariff turbulence has calmed down. Trading days end, we were back in the red. Take a look here. The Dow tumbled more than 300 points. The Nasdaq lost 335 points, and the S&P ended down almost 80 points. Let's bring in our NBC 10 consumer investigative reporter, Bianca Beltran. Bianca, what is the latest from the White House?
Well, Priscilla, the White House says not only is President Trump not backing down, he's threatening even more tariffs on China if China does not remove the tariffs placed on the U.S. At midnight tonight, the president says he'll add 50% higher tariffs on China, bringing the total amount to 104%. Now, this in response to China putting 34% tariffs on the U.S., which it did after the U.S. put 34% tariffs on them. Now, the U.S. and China are the world's 2 biggest economies, and as long as we're fighting, the markets may keep taking hits. Now, in response to Trump's threat, China's Ministry of Commerce had this to say, quote, "The countermeasures China has taken are aimed at safeguarding its sovereignty, security, and development interests and maintaining the normal international trade order." Now, the president isn't finding much support for his tariffs in the Senate. Today, his trade representative appeared before the Senate Finance Committee. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren said she didn't disagree with tariffs as a concept, but takes issue with how the president is going about it.
Tariffs can be a tool to help.
Basically, she's saying, I wanted to do it. Fuck you, Trump. Basically, the Democrats wanted to put it on the table, but no, Trump did beat them to it first.
Build things in America, but Trump has slapped tariffs on, then off again.
What do you mean? It's a reciprocal thing. And people keep talking. Well, he keeps getting phone calls because all of a sudden they want to change the deal. So obviously, the fucking shit is changing. What do you mean? What do you mean there's off and on shit?
With no rhyme or reason.
Neither the.
What do you mean? They're renegotiating deals, you fucking bimbo.
House nor its trade
Yo,
advisor have
bad.
given a
Get the
timeline
fuck
about
out.
when the president expects
Burn.
to lift the tariffs. Until then,
Burn.
maybe don't look at those 401ks.
To hell with all the Democrats. Burn in hell. And to burn in hell all of California. Yeehaw. Everyone must suffer. Burn, bitches. Y'all gonna fucking eat lead. No one's leaving hell. Beijing vows to fight to the end as Trump threatens 50% more. China! Fuck you, Jenna. We can keep going. Trump learns to hike China too. Honestly, if anything, this just hurts China more because they're already fucking sanctioned. Trump threatens to hike China tariffs further as market plunge continues. The rise to 104% overnight. Why? Jesus.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? The most evil e-girl on the internet? What the fuck? What the fuck did I just walk into? What the fuck is this? What? I'm so confused. There's a lot of what? What's this? What's this? It's Mecca. What the fuck is happening? Redneck Mecca. Oh, is that what I think? Is that a fucking evangelist or whatever? The evangelicalist motherfuckers. Oh, okay. Sell your Bitcoin.
Alright, so before this video
Oh god, what the fuck?
starts, I just want to say Zydax.com, bro. Come on, bro. You guys have let me down. I've spent close to $15,000 or more with you guys, and every time you build me a computer, something catastrophically just goes wrong with
I don't know what I'm watching.
each system.
We'll watch this later.
The Los Angeles
news. Unhinged fan. This is sort of news, I guess.
Something very strange is happening.
Yes.
Yeah. The Dow Jones nosedive 1,700 points.
Ooh.
Oh no, will someone think of the poor billionaires? The S&P and NASDAQ in having their biggest drop since 2020. So, will someone think of the big banks and transnational corporations? It's all pretty solid proof that there is no deep state. Because if there was, they would have stopped this. Okay? But, woo, yeah! Go no deep state. I just want to say to the cabal of financial and governmental elites who pull all the strings behind the scenes, maybe put a pause on your 5G chip JFK Jr. adrenochrome chemtrail orgy and jump in here, because we're f***ing dying. Beyond the joke, you know what he's actually suggesting there, right? Fidelio!
Password, sir?
Fidelio.
Then there's this.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I was thinking of not saying the word, but I was like, oh, come on.
Which has gone viral thanks to
Pope said it
uber-leftist
once.
Americans like Kyle Kulinski gushing over it on X. Oh no, some of our products may no longer be made by foreign wage slaves in sweatshops and instead made by actual Americans in American factories. So
What
much
is
for being
happening?
champions of the working class. The same people who call Wall Street their enemy are freaking out because line go down. Down with the system. The system is exploitative
very
and
down,
unsustainable.
yes.
No, not the system.
no.
You hated the 1%. The rich are evil. They hoard everything while we suffer. Eat the rich, burn it all down. Breaking market crashes, tech stocks wiped out. Wait, what? No, my tech stocks, my trust fund. The same people who were perfectly fine with shutting down the entire economy over a
it's
cold,
beautiful.
having hysterical hissy fits over a relatively minor stock market drop. Crashing
Yeah,
the
I know,
economy was
right?
totally fine when boomers thought they were going to die from a 99.7% survivable virus that didn't affect young people. Shut the fuck up! Crashing the economy's only okay when we do it. The only people more enraged than champagne socialists over Trump's tariffs are boomers who stupidly risked their entire retirement income on a casino bet.
Yeah, I
Boomers are
hope
seriously
that.
out
Yeah,
here wondering why a generation of
yeah.
young
You
white
you
men don't give a
literally
shit
have
about
old people living in those casinos and just wasting all of their money.
401ks.
They go into effect today. What do you think about the Trump tariffs?
Doesn't affect me.
Yeah, the generation that thanks to deindustrialization, globalization, wage suppression, dollar devaluation, and rampant inflation can't afford to buy a house, raise a family, and can barely afford to buy groceries, doesn't really care about your stock portfolio taking a hit, and you're surprised by that. 401k lost a lot more money in 2022, but the media didn't tell you to panic, so you didn't. America is a nation, it's a people. It's not a stock portfolio, it's not a GDP graph.
Yeah, leave your parents' graves in the town you grew up in to move to some soulless city and become a cog. I'm merely making a couple of very obvious observations.
That there are
which
downsides
is
to this
we
stuff.
are not servants of our economic system. We are not here to serve as shareholders. We're human beings.
It's a question I've heard so many times before. Paul, you're nearly pushing middle age. All right, rude. How come you look 10 years younger than you are? Only 10? Well, it's not rocket science. It's called regularly moisturizing your face and having a good skincare routine. That's why I'm excited to have Tej Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. They help men start and maintain a skincare routine by simplifying the entire process. I recommend you start with their Level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of all the dirt and grime on your skin. A 2 times a week exfoliating scrub to get rid of all the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Their products have made my skin look and feel healthy.
broke.
You don't have to just take my word for it. They've got over 7,000 5-star reviews on their website.
I'm one of those broke
Because Tej is sponsoring
bitches,
this
just
video,
like
they're offering you an
Pokimane
amazing
said.
deal. Just click the link in the description to get
You know,
30% off
that
the first
dumb
skincare
bitch.
system and a free gift. Plus, as a member, you also get 20% off for life. By the way, both gifts you're choosing from are $20 value and a complete game changers. A silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. It's pouched it up all nice as well. Personally, I prefer the silicone body scrubber because it just feels so soft and silky on the skin. Ooh, not gonna lie, that does feel nice. So don't wait any longer. Click the link in the description box down below to start your skincare journey today. Given a choice between Jim Cramer's financial predictions,
Because it should not happen.
versus 4chan, I'm gonna go with 4chan. Trump is trying to crash the stock market at least 20%, causing a flight into treasuries. This will cause the Fed.
Choose between pain and suffering, or choose between 4chan where they just make a fucking joke out of it. Trump is trying to crash the stock market at least 20%.
Slash interest rate so he can refinance the debt to near 0% and cause a deflationary spiral which will lower the cost of everything. He also intends to use tariffs as an incentive for companies to build in the US to avoid having to pay them. The tariffs and the resulting global trade war will also force American farmers to sell more of their goods in the US due to retaliatory trade measures by other countries, which will directly lower the price of groceries in the US. More than 94% of all stock is owned by
just 8% of the US population. Trump is literally taking money from the rich and giving it to the poor.
Nobody but me would do this. You know, it would be nice to serve, a nice, easy term. But we have an opportunity to change the fabric of our country. We have an opportunity to reset the table.
America reindustrializing, restoring critical industries, restoring national pride and creating proper jobs that aren't this.
Gen Z boss in a mini. Gen Z boss in a mini.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Worth it.
Fucking-
Dave Portnoy lost 15% of his $100
that made me
million
want to chew on that
net
gun.
10-15% of my net
Jesus
worth.
fuck.
Poof.
Yeah. Worth it to fundamentally change a global order that's done nothing but disenfranchise and deracinate the American people for decades at a cost of maybe having to pay 50%
I'll keep this next to
more
me
for an
so I could
iPhone
just-
17 that's no different from the previous 3. Yeah, worth it. Basing your economy on something other than airy-fairy financial instruments.
Fugazi, fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a... It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
On domestic production and actually employing native citizens, rather than importing millions of foreigners as slave labour from dodgy countries at the behest of transnational corporations with no loyalty to America. Yeah, worth it. For all you MAGA cultists who keep saying the market slump doesn't matter because 20 and 30-year-olds have plenty of time to pick up the losses. Seriously, what is your answer for people retiring now who thought they were good until your guy fucked it up? What is your answer? Tough shit? Yes, man.
I hate to say it, but not a lot of 20 to 30-year-olds are in the fucking stock market. The only people who will be going into that kind of stock market is the fucking, those people who have money. Who actually, got a job when they were as soon as they were 18 or whatever. Right, and was able to get a disposable income at that point. Not a lot of people do that, though. Right, some people go to school and then they don't earn a lot of money, and then they're paying for a fucking bunch of classes. But yeah, they don't have a lot of money, to be honest. They can't fucking invest in the stock market. That's not going to make them any money.
Family or save for their own retirement was tough shit. The economy gave me stagnant wages since I left school.
I mean,
locked me out of buying
that
a
may
home
make
and
them
funded
money,
a
but they have
managerial
to
class of
invest
people
in that,
who
which
hate me.
yeah,
Why should
I'm
I
pretty
care
sure they
if it
can't.
crashes? I'm 24. I don't care about 401ks.
Yeah,
I'm still
exactly.
paying off my $10,000 car that I had to buy at 12.
Yeah, especially, none of these young people care about 401ks, dental, or healthcare, any of that shit.
12% interest rate because Biden hiked the rates and first-time buyer rates. I have a
just
$250 a month insurance payment because you let 100 million illegal immigrants drive without licenses.
Most of the
Nearly
jobs
2K a
that
month.
these young people are getting, they're not careers that's going to net them the 401ks. They're too young for that shit.
Because he made it illegal to build and imported millions of foreigners to replace me. Well, I guess the boomers are just going to have to pull
I shouldn't say
themselves
too
up
young,
by the
but I mean,
bootstraps.
at that age, you shouldn't care. What the fuck is that? What did I just look at?
If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message
Stephen
me direct.
Colbert.
And exclusive live streams coming
Occupy,
soon too.
listen
Promise.
to
Check
Wall
out the Locals
Street.
link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website,
biggest transfer of wealth in recent
modernity.news.
history. You
That's
won't
where
see
you'll
me
find
crying over
all
them
my
losing money
content,
now.
including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.
I thought it was tax the rich, and now it's, oh my god, the rich are losing money? I know, right? That sucks. I'm a boomer and I support what Trump is doing. Socialists being socialists. Oh. Oh wait, shit. I forgot to. John talks to Michelle Obama starting a oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Ted Cruz did his podcast, and he's doing better than Michelle Obama. And whatever Kamala was doing. Isn't that fucking sad? Suffer. Fucking suffer. Oh, Jesus. That's fucked up. Even got the brother involved, Jesus. Or First Lady fails to crack Spotify top 30. Ouch.
Diplomacy.
Most shocking viewership review. Nobody wants to listen to her, man. Ah, shit. Yeah. Yeah, we took a look at that one day, too.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Oh, that was a pretty good one. Nobody does give a fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and then if we went to go check out fucking whatchamacallit? Ted Cruz's and fucking who was the other one? Yeah, if you went to check out Ted Cruz, he's doing better than Michelle Obama. Probably did better than Kamala. Is doing better than fucking basically any of the Democrats that try to do it. Probably doing better than Bernie.
Gates.
Did I get it? Okay. What do we got? We lied about everything, I guess, as usual.
But since 2001, we have lost almost 60,000 factories in America.
Oh, I wonder
Roe v.
why.
Wade was overturned back in 2021. As soon as they announced that they overturned Roe v. Wade, my wife and I decided that we didn't want to risk getting pregnant, and the only way to really prevent that was for both of us to close our legs. It's not that we didn't want kids, it's that we didn't want either one of us to.
Wait, I'm confused. I'm sorry, what? Did you just say your wife?
Haven't had since Roe v. Wade was overturned back in 2021. As soon as they announced that they overturned Roe v. Wade, my wife and I decided.
What? Huh? You... Does your... Okay.
That we didn't want to risk getting pregnant, and the only way to really prevent
I have
that was for both of us
questions,
to
but
close
I
our
don't know if I
legs.
should
It's not
ask
that we didn't
them.
want kids, it's that we didn't want either one of us to fall pregnant.
Jesus,
I have
fuck.
so many questions.
Yeah.
Why, yes, you are racist, even if you think you're woke. We all benefit from oppression. Pretending you're not racist only makes racism grow.
Oh, nice. She made a song out of it. The power of white girl. I am offended at your
policy. It was bad
by the
policies,
power of
economic,
grace.
immigration, and crime. Until they acknowledge those policies failed the American people, and we lied to the American people about whether those policies were working. We said the economy was great. We said there's no
Nice.
crisis at the border.
Oh
and we
my
said crime was
God,
going down.
yeah.
Until they acknowledge that,
We
all
lied
this
about
other
everything.
noise,
Holy
it doesn't
shit.
matter.
You
So
said
what
it.
makes Trump a fascist?
God damn. I fucking said it. Oh my God.
What makes Trump a fascist?
Does things without
Yeah,
Just
talk
the-
loud. I don't have my mic on.
I'm not really.
I'm not really, I don't know. I don't like Trump. And you tell white girls that having a dog doesn't now make you wait, what? Does it make you a what? Oh, a mom. Oh, yes. Ah, yes. You own some pets, and now that somehow makes you a mother of some sort. Yes. I have so many questions. What makes Trump a fascist? They pay me to hold up the sign, man. I don't even know what I'm saying. And they still wonder why they lost everything in November. Oh yeah, he didn't show off I guess it was like two people holding up a sign, and then I guess the wife of the dude comes up and was like, "Tell them," and then shush points at the fucking piece of paper because the guy doesn't even remember what it was. The slogan was. Just like Jesus Christ, do better. MSNBC Eddie Glaude says 78 million Americans would rather destroy the Republic than elect a black woman. Oh my god. This guy, yeah. This guy was interesting.
I don't know what it's going to take for the American people, for 78 million Americans, to deal with what motivated them to make the choice to elect this man again.
To elect this man.
That will allow these people.
This dude is such a fucking cunt, by the way.
Every fundamental assumption we have.
Such a whiny, sore loser.
Disappeared. And then they can argue that, a court is getting in the way of their ability to exercise, foreign policy in some ways, right? I don't know what it's going to take for 78 million Americans to deal with what motivated them to make this choice.
You take this and you stick.
We have to just be honest. Is to literally throw the Republic into the trash bin.
I know I shouldn't be making fucking jokes like that, but come on. You might as well just fucking shoot yourself in the head if you fucking hate yourself so much.
We have to grapple with it. Because it's the snake, it's the beast coiled up in the heart, the bosom of the country, as Frederick Douglass said. And the fact that they are doubling down on this shows you what kind of human beings they actually are.
Say more.
We chose a felon. Who is more interested in loyalty? Who's more interested
I don't know.
in
Biden seemed to do some. Biden and his family seem to do some shady stuff. I mean, look at what Hunter Biden. Don't make me bring up Hunter Biden videos.
So to read that,
don't make me bring up those old videos.
Is to say we would rather destroy the Republic.
What's good, my Asian bromie? You shut the fuck up.
And
I will get you, okay?
There's no amount of protesting I could do.
What do you want? How you doing?
There's no amount of resistance that could come into play to actually force 78 million people to grapple with what motivated them to put themselves in this position.
Yeah, you did this.
Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Well, why did you vote for Trump? Huh? Why didn't you vote for Kamala? You racist? Why are you racist? But she's not even black. I can't even think of any reason why people didn't vote for Kamala other than her skin color. Jesus. Melody didn't want to be a burden by what had been. Yeah, I know. To become to be unburdened by what has been, or whatever the fuck. Black woman didn't run for president. A woman of the East Indian Jamaican descent did. When did skin color become a qualification, and why are so many convinced that it should be cry harder? Yes. All right. We're changing models. Asian waifu is taking over. I'm just kidding.
A youth soccer coach is expected to appear in court today to face murder charges. He's accused of murdering a 13-year-old San Fernando Valley boy. Investigators say the man is also facing charges in a separate case for allegedly assaulting another teenage boy.
Just all right?
KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live in downtown LA with the details. Annie Rose, good morning.
Why are you being
Frank,
a racist?
Good morning to you. Yeah, we're learning 2 new terrifying details about this 43-year-old suspect from officials who say, as you mentioned, this isn't the first time they have been in contact with the law and have been arrested. And the second is that officials believe that there may be more victims out there. Now, that suspect due in court later on this morning in just a couple of hours from now. And we're also learning that they are due in court later on this morning, but they also are facing these murder charges. The district attorney announced.
Uh-oh. 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 I'm sorry.
Just yesterday.
Mr. Garcia Aquino.
Who wants to cry about it more?
13-year-old Oscar.
Who wants to cry about it more? I don't. Come on, please cry.
2025.
Fucking
Mr.
crack
Garcia
your fucking
Aquino was
skull.
his soccer coach, and on that day,
God damn it, I'm so sorry.
Omar Hernandez went up to Lancaster to see.
Why is it
Garcia
always
Aquino.
undocumented people doing criminal
2 days
activity?
later,
I
he
don't
was
know.
reported missing.
God damn.
And on April 2nd, 2025, last
shit.
week, his body was found in Oxnard.
13-year-old Oscar Omar Hernandez's body was found last week dumped in a roadside ditch in a densely wooded area of Oxnard. Investigators say Garcia Aquino, the child's soccer coach, lured him to his home in the Palmdale, Lancaster area where he murdered Hernandez. Investigators also say Garcia Aquino was arrested before last year in February for sexual assault of a 16-year-old boy, but was not charged in connection with that case until now.
Garcia Aquino befriended a Sylmar family who allowed their juvenile son to stay with him at his residence in Palmdale. The family subsequently filed a criminal report with the Palmdale Sheriff's Station, alleging sexual abuse of their child.
Despite that 2024
Maybe because
arrest,
they don't
Garcia
got
Aquino
options?
was
What do you
still
mean?
allowed to continue coaching
What? This
with
dude
the
just
Hurricane
sexually
Valley Boys
assaulted
soccer
a kid
team,
and then
travel
killed him.
team in Sylmar,
Excuse
working
me?
with
They-
different age divisions. The LA Times reporting Aquino is an undocumented immigrant from El
Motherfucker
Salvador.
sexually
The
assaulted a
victim's sister saying they
13-year-old,
had no
killed
idea
him,
of the
dumped his
suspect's
butt.
previous
What do
arrest.
you mean they don't got any other options? What the fuck?
I feel
Brother.
bad. We had that person in the house, and he helped us look. I never would have thought he would have done something like that. I always have the hope that it's not him.
This is
Last night,
race
a vigil was
on.
held
This
outside the victim's
is.
family home in Sun Valley.
Ah.
The Hernandez family moved to the U.S. from Honduras 3 years ago. Oscar was a 7th grade student.
It's migrant
As
on
authorities say
migrant
they
crime.
are seeking additional victims in this
You
child
see?
sexual abuse
You see what
case.
happens? You get migrant on migrant crime.
Based on the nature of the offenses,
Almost like
Special Victims
criminals
Bureau
don't
detectives
fucking discriminate. Oh my
believe
god.
there
Holy
may
shit.
be additional victims.
I
We
wish
are
someone
asking
told me sooner.
that
You
there
know?
are, if there are any potential victims
Fuck
of
it.
Mr. Garcia Aquino,
Almost
and
like
they're out
criminals don't
that we have put
discriminate.
his picture out with our press release.
Frank and Jessica, the district attorney saying he will
Hey,
consider
Democrats,
seeking the
why
death
aren't you
penalty for
talking
this
about this
43-year-old
case?
suspect
Huh?
after his
Where
office
you at?
reinstated the death penalty just last month in LA
Damn.
County. Reporting live, I'll
I'm
send
being
it
a
back to you guys in
fucking
the
menace.
studio.
Annie Rose, thank you.
I'm just gonna keep rubbing it in their fucking faces because they're all a bunch of fucking pansies. Oh, we don't want to talk about real life issues. We don't want to talk about realism. Now we gotta pay money to deal with this fucking asshat. I say we just kill him off. I mean, all of it is still alleged, but at the same time, it's like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Wall Street is up this afternoon after
China vows fighting Trump to end the war. Trade wars. More trade wars. More wars, more money. That's what people want, right? More wars.
For 3 days
let's
of big
do
losses,
it.
there is some relief that there may be negotiations on President Trump's stiff worldwide trade tariffs. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington.
This morning, President Trump showing no signs of pausing his trade war.
We have an opportunity to change the fabric of our country. We have an opportunity to reset the table on trade.
Trump now threatening even more tariffs against China. After hitting the country with a 34% tariff, China retaliating.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play that
that
new game. We're gonna try out that new game,
China
South
does
of Midnight.
not withdraw its 34% tariffs. The U.S. will increase tariffs on China by another 50%.
Because it came out.
Tariffs on China
I was gonna try it out when it came out. Oh yeah, just there we go.
We've always had the government as the safety.
See how bad it is.
And that's gone today because the government is the cause of this
Well,
crisis.
I mean, I'm not really sorry because a certain group of people had
after a false
had
post on
some
social
hand in it.
media about Trump putting a temporary pause on the tariffs, then dropping after the White House said that post was not true. Americans worried about their 401ks.
There's nothing I can do. I'm just watching it crash.
JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon warning in a letter to shareholders the recent tariffs will likely increase inflation and are causing many to consider a greater probability of a recession.
There's two places you feel inflation in real time. It's gasoline because they put the signs up every day, so you see what the price per gallon is. And the other is grocery store.
Some Senate Republicans are looking to join Democrats to rein in Trump's tariff power. 7 Republicans now supporting a bipartisan bill that would require Trump to notify Congress of new tariffs, and Congress would have to approve them within 60 days. Majority Leader John Thune says he does not think the bill has a future, saying Trump has indicated he would veto it. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Everyone must suffer. Back from extinction, Colossal Bioscience claims it has successfully revived the direwolves. Like I said, I think when it first came out, I'll reiterate the same thing. They're not going to be like one-to-one direwolves. At least I don't think so. They're gonna, right? Because they're implanting the DNA into as close the most blood-related wolves we have today, right? So I mean, and I guess if you want to go direwolf, I guess you would have to look at like the pelt color of the direwolves, and then look for all the current wolves that we have currently today, and then try and get one of those specimens, right? So it's not one-to-one.
And this morning, Colossal Biosciences say that they have managed to bring these mythical creatures who last roamed the Earth 10,000 years ago back from extinction. They say it's the first time an extinct species has ever come back to life.
Scientists have predicted that by 2050, more than half of species that are alive today could become extinct. I don't want that future.
According to Beth Shapiro and her team, they extracted high-quality DNA from direwolf fossils and combined that with the genome of a gray wolf.
That animal looks
So yeah, they're just taking the genome and hoping it sticks.
like a direwolf. It will behave like a direwolf, and it is a direwolf.
Colossal's chief animal officer,
I don't
Matt
know.
James, is in charge of taking
I mean,
care of
not
the 3
completely.
white dire wolves, Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi. Colossal is keeping the now 6-month-old dire wolves at an undisclosed location on a 2,000-acre enclosed nature preserve.
The responsibility lies on me and my
So
team in order to
apparently
make sure
they
that those
say it's
animals live
1-to-1.
the
I
best
don't
life
believe it.
possible, experience the most optimal welfare possible.
Dr. Robert Klitzman is a
probably
bioethicist and
doesn't
geneticist at Columbia University.
guess you can
and
say
while
we
excited about
still
the idea
have
of the
the
dire
same
wolf,
And I mean, gee, that's impressive. There's a
DNA
certain wow factor.
from
Like, how
fucking,
cool
right,
is
the
that, right?
Paleolithic
he has concerns.
The bottom line is a lot
era,
of
whatever.
the genome we still do not understand.
From the
And so
Neanderthals
one
or
wants to be
whatever.
careful if you're mucking around with genes that there may be things we don't understand. You may produce a wolf that's twice as ferocious.
After all, Jurassic Park, which explored the concept of bringing dinosaurs back from extinction, might have started like this.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to bring back dinosaurs. That's just not possible. We don't have like a 1-for-1 carbon copy of these species anymore. The evolving of a lot of these species have evolved into like different things already, right? Evolution has taken its course.
But it wound up like this. A cautionary tale for scientists.
Ecosystems are very delicately balanced, and nature is far more complicated than our
I
ability.
mean, I guess if you want to go for like dinosaurs, you would have to look for like lizards. But there's not a lot of lizards that look like fucking dinosaurs.
As humans to understand it, or to understand all the possible
I
unforeseen
mean,
consequences.
elephants and mammoths, right? The woolly mammoth. I mean, is it possible to get the woolly mammoth? I mean, elephants are a descendant in a sense. So you could, I guess, technically get one. Maybe. I don't know. That's up for... I don't even know. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a fucking genome scientist. Exo Scar, us. Thank you. Oh my fucker, Jurassic Park. Or World. You want to make Bigfoot? I don't think that's a good idea. Well, we already have Bigfoot. It's called gorillas. Do you react to music on YouTube? I can't react to music. Because then I can't put it on YouTube. Because of DMCA stuff. Also, I think on Twitch it would be maybe DMCA as well. So, technically, no. I can only do, like, video game music. And even then, I still have to be careful on YouTube. No, not really. Hey, Tone, ain't vandalizing all them Teslas gonna turn their owners from, owners off from Democrats? I don't know. We want our taxpayer-funded slush funds? Ooh. Just, the U.S. is funded upon is sexist and racist. Billionaires are making too much money. What the hell is Trump doing dismantling the system? Get in, loser, we're going tariffing. Oh, he's going truck driving. Ice Frame, how's it going? Felon drug addict, ODs on fentanyl. Wall-to-wall media coverage for months on end. America's cities burned to the ground. Oh no, god damn it. Why did you bring this? White student killed over a parking spot, 0. It wasn't even a parking spot. God damn it. Zero media, not a single fire started or protested planned.